Saw that coming.
Yeah. 11-2. I'm not going to take any extent on that, but when they play man to man, we're playing. Everything was working on all cylinders for us.
UCLA had beat.
Threes. Have you ever hit? I mean, you've hit a lot of big shots in your career, but have you ever hit a three as big as the one you just hit tonight?
When I was in high school, my senior year at home, we played at Wanda High School, and it was like a game, like it's not like this, and I got the ball with 20 seconds left, and I hit a three at the buzzer to win it. Double overtime. It's pretty awesome.
Because it's against UCLA. Any other feelings for that?
Well, in my opinion, the first time they played us, we didn't get a good shot at them. I think that was our statistically worst offensive game of the season. It was one of our better defensive games. Of course, that's what held us through. But I don't think we had a fair shot at them. And for me personally, it was like, man, I want to play them again because I want to. People are saying they might beat us. They're this, that, and the third. So I felt like we were disrespected by that. So I wanted to play them again. And they weren't false at all. They played a hell of a game today, and they had us on the ropes. And Norman Powell, Bryce Alford, Tony Parker, they played their butts off, and they made it real hard for us. But it's always encouraging to get a win like this.
UCLA beaten them you guys the last 2 years too. I think the older guys mentioned that at all. Was that a point? Just
well,
the last 2 years.
Nick Johnson was here. Jason Terry was here. And I'm a big fan of the program before anything like that, and I watched them lose this tournament multiple times. I watched them lose to UCLA multiple times. The first game I watched was Shabazz Muhammad scored 30 at McKell. That was the last loss, at McKell. So this is not a game that's taken lightly for us. This is I want to say a rivalry game for us. So we treat it as accordingly.
You're so strong going to the basket. Do you feel like teams respect your three-point shot?
If they don't, I'm just gonna have to try to make them respect me. If I was to guard myself, I would live with me shooting threes and pull-ups because I'm taking to the basket. You have to count on the guy coming in late on a charge or block, and that's the only really way. Contesting at the rim is not gonna stop me every time. But I have to do a better job finishing at the rim as well. But I'm not surprised at it at all. I'm gonna deal with it all season. Some teams do, some teams don't. And if they don't, then I gotta make threes like I did today.
Your run tonight started about the 12-minute mark, which isn't unusual for you guys. Is that the part of the game where you guys feel you can separate from opponents?
We feel like we try to separate from opponent from the beginning of the game, but I feel like we're in really good shape, really resilient, and usually a team that doesn't have any substance starts breaking down about that point in time in the game.
A lot of people talk about the three, but you had a couple of big boards there late. How important was it just to kind of keep possessions alive at the end of that game?
It's always important to keep possession alive. The only people that really notice an offensive rebound like that and see how the importance of it is the guys in the locker room, guys, coaches and stuff, people that know basketball. I felt as though I was kind of struggling today. I made a couple bad decisions. I was kind of unsure on the decision. That was the biggest thing for me today because the zone was kind of different. But at the end of the day, you gotta play hard. Eventually the ball's gonna fall your way if you keep going at it. And Coach Miller's always just like keep going, keep swinging at strikes, and you're gonna eventually hit a home run.
This may be a dumb question because all year you've grown up, you're getting bigger, big games. Yeah. But today was like one of those games where this was Stanley's game.
Yeah, man, it's been a long journey for me. I've lost this three. I feel like I lost this 3 games already this season. And I feel like I've contributed to a lot of games this season as well. And it's just all in the learning process. I just keep trying to learn, keep getting better, and hopefully good moments like this will happen for me more at the end of the season. I'll take 3 losses of bad moments, and at the end of the season, I've learned my lesson, and we start winning games because I've learned my lesson.
You guys were struggling at the line for most of the game, but I think you hit your last 10. You hit a bunch of them. How confident you go into the line late in games?
I feel like I'm an 85 to 90% shooter. I was a patch in the season where I was like, really, really bad at shooting free throws. But for me, I shoot 100 every day. So I shoot 100 every day. And when you go to the line, it's a 15-foot mid-range jumper. So you can't, I should be able to make those if I'm a player who I think I am.
Related to that, in terms of momentum, how big is rebounding a missed free throw, a second missed free throw, and then getting a bucket? What's that like?
Tremendously. That's a backbreaker for a team. I think the best team at doing it is San Diego State, and it's crazy because when they get a rebound on us, we get the feeling back like, man, not only did we foul them, not only did they probably make the first free throw, but they got the rebound back and probably got an and one because we're all next to the basket, and how the reps are now. Anytime you go next to the basket, it's pretty much a foul. So